In today's video, I'm going to help you to find your natural voice. Hi and welcome to today's video. If you don't know me yet, my name is Freya, professional singer and vocal coach from Germany. Let's get started. Finding your natural voice is really important because it will avoid strain. Let's get into the first point. The first thing you need to do is find your relaxed speaking range. I speak on pitches, but they go by really fast and they change really quickly, so it's really hard to determine what is my speaking pitch range. I can do this by slowing down my speech by doing it in slow motion. Let me demonstrate and you can do the same. Hi there, how are you doing today? You draw out the vowels. And then I can check on the piano where it's at. Hold one pitch if it's too difficult for you. Hello. So that is D4 for me. And then of course, that is maybe my middle speaking pitch. Hello there. I go down and I go up a little bit. So in order to find where your lower end is, you can just relax a little bit more. There's my pitch, more. So yeah, around F sharp 3, that is my low pitch. Now in order to find a more higher range of my natural voice, I'm just gonna speak, but I'm gonna get a lot more excited. Wow, that is amazing, So that was A4. That is more of the upper end of my chest voice. That is not yet belting. That is just a natural upper end of my speaking range. So when you have determined your normal speaking range from the lower, relaxed, to the middle, to the higher, more excited kind of voice, that gives you a really good idea where your chest voice takes place. And if you sing pop or jazz or anything that is non-classical, most of the songs that you sing should have a tessitura that takes place mostly in that range. Tessitura is where a song sits as opposed to just range. Range means the lowest to the highest. Sometimes songs break out of, they sit in the middle, but then they break out and have a couple of high pitches or a couple of really low pickup notes. That is not the tessitura. The tessitura is where the song mostly sits. Some songs sit higher, some songs sit lower, but you should have that song take place in the majority in that range of your voice that is in that speaking range. The next thing you want to focus on is your speaking color. What are you speaking with? Like, am I speaking like this? Is this my natural voice? Or is this my natural voice? You don't want to have a weird placement. So it's really all about what is that natural color. You hear my voice right now? And when I sing, I don't start, I am singing. That would not be my natural voice color because that's not what I'm using when I just, in a very normal, relaxed, everyday way, speak. Assuming that your speaking voice isn't really weird and off, because there are people who need speech therapy because they're speaking way too low or speaking way too high. It hurts their voice and they need speech therapy. Let's just assume your speaking voice is very normal, in the range of normal. Then your speaking voice really gives you a good clue as to where your singing color should also be. So in my voice right now, this is how I'm singing. And if I sing here, I sing a little bit higher. But this is how I would speak. Hi, hi, hi there. Higher, same color. And the same way I sing low. Hi there. Hi there. This is just the way I speak. Same color. Hi there. It gives you a really clue to your natural color. You don't want to make it, hello, I want to sound shallow. I don't want to do that either. And when we talk about your color, we can do different things. You can also find out your head voice color, like, oh no! Ah! Probably that is your natural head voice. You will, of course, if you sing classically, there's a whole different set of challenges because we do need to open the sound and we need to really work for resonance and opening up and really having more overtones. But I'm just talking about the plain voice without a lot of fluff around it. The reason why it's a good idea to find your natural voice is to avoid strain. One other thing you can do is assess your whisper color or your breathy color. Hey there, did you hear this today? This is my natural whisper color. It's not a dark color. And it's not a very shallow color. So here's my whisper. Pay attention to where your larynx is and where everything is placed. This is a really good clue where your natural voice sits. Hello, here's my whisper sound. Pretty much I relax everything when I whisper. I just don't have closed vocal cords and I send air through. You don't want to, of course, whisper for long times or do anything that, lots of air and lots of friction through the vocal cords without actually making them vibrate. It does cause strain if you do that for a long time. But here, this is a really good clue. Hello, hello. And then you give it a little bit voice. Hello, hello. And I sing the same position, same placement when I sing a little bit more breathy. Hello, hello. I am singing in falsetto because this is my natural voice. Hello, even if I were speaking. Try it out. And here are some more points. Check your larynx while you do all that and compare. Where is your larynx when you speak and where is your larynx when you start singing? Is it in a completely different place or is the placement very similar? The same thing with your pharynx. That is everything in your throat. Is that pharynx in a whole different place and a whole different position when you start singing versus when you're speaking? Then you might not be using your natural voice. And also check your vowels. When you start singing and you suddenly go, Amazing Grace, that might not be your natural voice because the vowels are not clear and they're not pure and natural. And lastly, check your strain level. If you have a lot of strain, after a very short time, you're not extremely breathy and you seem to not know what is the problem, you think you're supporting and you're doing great vowels, maybe it's because you're not using your natural voice. The placement is off on some level. So check all these points and make sure you are good to go. Always remember that you only have one voice. You can't buy a new one. Like when a guitar is broken, you can just buy a new one. You can't buy a new voice. You have one. You have to protect it. You have to be very careful about it and make sure you take good care of it. Thank you so much for watching today. Give the video a thumbs up if you also want to find your most natural voice so that it's the most pleasant sound and it feels the best to you and is the most fun. Check out all my free resources on my website, masteryourvoice.tv. I have a bunch of free courses that you can take, and that way you can just really get more deep. And I also have a podcast that you can find on iTunes, Spotify, or anywhere where you can find podcasts. Just look for my name, and Freya's Singing Tips is the podcast name. Get it there. Also, you can get my book, Master Your Voice, on Amazon if you want to get even more motivation. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you have not already. And until next time, happy singing and always keep a song in your heart. Bye.
Makes me feel sad for the rest.